Hi everybody, and welcome to today's somatic practice. My name is Kai. So in today's session, I'll be sharing with you some techniques to help you release stress from your nervous system and to help calm and balance your mind and your body. So for today, if you have blocks or a bolster, you could make sure that you have those close by. If not, no worries. Pillows are great, blankets are great. And then also if you have a chair, we're going to be doing legs up on a chair or an ottoman at the end of the practice. And if you don't have a chair that works, no worries. You can always use your legs up the wall. So we will get started in finding a comfortable seated position. You may want to have a pillow or a block just under the edge of your sit bones to help you sit comfortably, nice and tall. So we're actually going to start with a hand position that Peter Levine uses in his practice of somatic experiencing, which is a practice to help relieve stress from the nervous system and stored survival stress and trauma. And this is it's like a self-hug that helps you soothe your body, balance your nervous system, and basically bringing awareness to the container of your body to better handle the sensations and feelings within your body. So you can start by bringing your right hand underneath your left armpit, just on the side of your ribs, sort of cradling the side of your heart. And your other hand, left hand, can come just somewhere on your upper right arm or shoulder. So we're creating this nice sense of self-containment. You can allow your eyes to gently close if that's comfortable for you. And if you can, begin to sense the space between your hands and possibly the movement of your breath and your body between your hands. And this is an energy biofeedback technique from ancient Taoist practice, creating a loop in the body to restore balance and calm to the nervous system. So as you're doing this, see if you can feel the weight of your body releasing down towards the earth, towards gravity, the pull of gravity. If you can get a sense of your outline. As if you were to draw with a crayon or a pen the outer line of your body, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. Of the shape of your body relaxing into the peaceful space and atmosphere around you. See if you can feel underneath your hands your skin, the layer of your skin. So where your hands meet your body, where your body meets your hands. And the skin and the outer tissues of your body. Sensing the air, maybe the temperature of the air around you. The clothes on your body. breathing from your skin inwards, possibly noticing any movement or flow that you feel inside your skin. You could bring a gentle smile to your face, just gently turning up the corners of your mouth, sending a message to your nervous system that you are safe, all is well. And if you notice a breath or a sigh, that could be your nervous system responding with a little relaxation, a parasympathetic response. So you can use this hug anytime. You can do it kind of inconspicuously when you're waiting in line or talking to someone. You can do it at home when you're sitting or watching a show even. So when you're ready, allow your eyes to gently open and slowly release your hands down. We'll gently orient to the space around us, another technique for grounding and centering. So slowly taking your gaze to the left and paying attention to any details that are particularly drawing your eye. As though you're perceiving the space around you from a fresh perspective with fresh eyes. And to the right, can you feel as you see the details of the space around you, can you feel your body breathing naturally? The ground beneath you. And you can let that orienting process go and know that any time to help your nervous system settle, you can take in the details by scanning slowly your head side to side. So from here, as you're ready, let's give our legs a bit of a release out. And you can give them a little shake. And if you have a bolster, you could bring that bolster or a pillow, you could bring that underneath your knees. And if you don't have either, that's okay too. We'll take a gentle forward fold, so kind of with a rounded spine. Letting your tailbone root back and down, and the crown of your head, sort of like a fishing rod, is leaning forward and down, so that both ends of your spine are evenly reaching for the earth. See if you can notice your breath into your back space. The sides of your ribs, the back of your ribs. You can even imagine that you're a fish with gills and you're breathing through those gills on your side body to bring in a deeper diaphragmatic breath. Let your head be heavy and the back of your neck be soft and open. Pausing here for a few more breaths. Forward folds are also very calming and cooling for the mind and body. If you feel ready, you can gently roll yourself up. Just place your bolster aside. So we'll move through a couple more techniques for toning your vagus nerve to bring about that parasympathetic response. And again, you can sit on a pillow or find a comfortable seat, however that looks for you. So first of all, bringing your hands and interlacing them behind the base of your skull. We're trying to keep our head forward as we move our eyes to the right. So pick a focal point where you feel a little bit of a stretch through your eyes, but you're not straining your eyes. We'll stay here for about 30 seconds, or just until you feel possibly a deep breath or a yawn coming on, or just a general settling feeling in your body. This is your nervous system releasing stress. So keeping your head forward, just the eyes to the right. Picking one focal point. Deep breath, come back through center, release your hands for a moment, just pause. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Move through to the other side. So I found that the more I do this, the more likely I get that calming response. At first I didn't quite have that, but the more I practiced and sort of got the hang of it, which didn't take very long, I found that my body responded. So just holding your head in place with your hands, the cradle of your hands, just your eyes to a point out to the left. A gentle stretch through your eyes, both eyes, without straining through the back of your neck. Whenever you're ready, give your shoulders a couple shrugs up and back and down. So we'll follow this relaxation response down the body, tracing the vagal nerve, which runs from the bottom of your brain all the way down to your sex organs. You can place one hand on your head, and then we'll take the opposite hand onto the side ribs. So you're going to lead with your elbow. You'll feel the side of your body concave. The other side might get a nice stretch. And we'll take side bends like that. Leading with your elbow, we're not cranking the neck in any way. And again, you don't need to count a certain amount of reps. But you can just wait for that nervous system response, the vagal response of relaxation. I'm going to go over to the other side. Join me when you're ready. You can play with your hand on different places on your ribs, just to play with mobility. You might notice one side feels a little more sticky than the other side. Leading with your elbow. And I do feel a little bit of a yawn coming into my mouth. So there's that relaxation response. And we'll take one more similar vagal toning movement. So let's place left hand just on your chest, on your skin, beside your sternum or your breastbone. And so the aim here is to create a little traction of your skin over to the right as you slowly take your gaze to the left. So you're tractioning your skin away from your midline. You can readjust your hand. We'll do a couple more passes. So your hand really isn't trying to slide on your skin. You're tractioning your whole skin, chest skin, over to the right as you look to the left. And once you've had a nice release or a few passes on that side, try the other side. Lengthening skin, tractioning your skin away from your midline to the left as you gaze to the right. Nice deep breath. You might need to readjust your hand a couple times. There we go. And you can release when you're ready. So I find that these really help if I'm starting to feel any kind of stress response and like system speeding up or worry or anxiety, anything like that. And they're also just good as maintenance and preventative to keep your parasympathetic dominant. And the one with the eyes I find is really nice doing lying down. So you can lie down on your back and you can even turn your head to one direction and turn your eyes in the opposite direction and hold for 30 seconds. Okay, so from here I'd like to take a wide leg forward fold, and again having your sit bones on a pillow can be nice. You can keep your knees bent. You could even put, if you have pillows or blocks, place them underneath your knees. And pillows or bolsters out in front. You can use the bolster lengthwise as a prop for your head. Some of you might be able to prop a couple bolsters or pillows and lean forward slightly, or come down onto your elbows. Keeping your low back a little bit longer for this one. Wiggle your toes, see if you can relax your toes. Notice if there's any habitual tension creeping into your jaw or your neck or shoulders, and do your best just to notice and allow any softening. You can also rest your head into your hands and cup your eyes with the palm, the heel of your hand. That can be a really nice way to turn your awareness and senses inwards. Your body breathing, the movement of your breath, the tidal rhythm of your breath. Stay for a few more breaths here. Feel ready, you can bring yourself back up. Place your props aside. And we'll make our way over onto our heels. We'll come to a cat-cow position in a minute here. So we're going to add some sound with the movement of cat-cow and spinal wave. And the sound will be the sound of the kidneys, which in Qigong, our organs correlate with an emotion, and the emotion of the kidneys is where we store fear. And so the sound to release stress from the kidneys and adrenals is who, W-H-O. So as we're moving on the exhale, we'll make the who, kind of like a strong wind coming up from your viscera and belly, up through your chest and out your mouth. Okay, so you can go ahead and come onto hands and knees with your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. As you inhale, rounding your back, breathing into your low back and your kidneys as you puff them out. And as you exhale, making that who sound, dropping your belly, slight arch through your back. Releasing stress from your organs. Inhale, rounding your low back. Exhale, who. One more time like that. Nice. And then walking your hands slightly farther forward, knees come a little bit farther back and closer together. We'll move through some spinal waves. And this one, we'll use the sound VU, V-U. And this is Peter Levine's somatic experiencing sound to help release stress from the nervous system. So you can inhale and round your back, hips towards your heels. And exhale, slide forward, come into a half up dog, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, your sit bones pull you back, sequentially rolling through your spine. Exhale to the sound of vu as you ripple forward through your spine like a fern uncurling. Hips are just halfway to the floor. We're not crunching at all through the low back. Hips are lifted and supported. The base of your skull is lifted and supported. Again, inhale back. And you could repeat vu a couple times. Vu, 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 accentuating the shape with your lips of the sound. Vu. Try that 2 more times on your own. Inhale back, sounding forward. Nice lengthening through your front body and your belly. Last time. Let this one take you right back to a child's pose, sitting your hips back onto your heels. Forehead rests on the block or the floor, whatever's comfortable. Taking a moment to notice any new body sensations. Let's lean our hips over to the right slightly and walk arms and hands to the left. Getting a nice lateral stretch. And hands come over to the right, hips drop over, lean towards the left. And arms can come back through center. You can roll yourself up to seated. Just take a moment to feel your body recalibrating. And you can make your way when you're ready to a forward fold. So feet can come underneath your hips. Elbows for this variation can rest on your lower thighs, just above your knees. Palms can rest together. And as you release your spine, your neck, and your head out through the crown to the earth, we'll also reach down from your sit bones, the back line of your legs to your heels to the earth. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like. Resting the weight of your elbows on your knees. Allowing all the contents of your cranium and your brain, your skull, the fluids of your brain to become even more relaxed, releasing, pouring to the earth. Letting the energy of your mind, your thoughts release to the earth. Your eyes in the center of your brain becoming quiet and still. Pouring any worries, any judgments or expectations, opinions, pouring the energy of all those thoughts to the earth, letting go. Letting go through the soles of your feet. And when you're ready, you can bend your knees and start to roll your way up. Taking your time, there's no rush. Coming all the way to standing. So once you make your way to standing, we're going to explore some body tapping. And so we'll be tapping different acupressure points and also tapping to wake up the tissues and our skin to increase skin presence. So the more skin presence we have, the more able we are to handle overwhelm, stress, emotions, just by having this awareness in our physical body, in our physical form, in our legs. So we're going to wake this all up with the tapping. So you can start with tapping the crown of your head with one hand and then the other hand. And then tap down to your temples, just gently, so becoming really present as the receiver of the tapping. You're not only the tapper, but you're also present in the skin and in the receiving of the tapping. So being kind to yourself. It's like a tender, caressing tapping, a loving tapping. Take it to your sides of your head, parietal bones. Tapping your third eye point between your eyebrows with one hand and the other hand. Above your brows, loving taps to your temples, to your TMJ jaw point, loving taps down your jaw, around your mouth, the point just above the center of your upper lip, between your nose and your lip, around to the point just underneath your lower lip and your chin. Do little raindrops all over your face. Give your ears a little bit of a rub, lots of acupressure points in here for anxiety and stress relief, calming your nervous system. Go around and tap the back of your head with one hand and then the other hand. Tap the back of your neck with one hand and then the other hand. And that point where your neck meets your upper spine, sort of C7T1, making sure energy is flowing freely through this point. And you can even tap the sides of your neck. And we'll make sort of a knife shape or a fist and tap underneath the right armpit. And this is actually a point, an antidepressant point. And then for a cooling effect for your liver and organs, you can slap down 3 times through the side of your body. Over to the other side. Also helping stimulate lymphatic flow, boosting your immune system response. Tap 3 times down. You can use that sort of knife-shaped hand onto your upper trapezius muscle, where your neck meets your shoulder. Again, loving, tender taps, receiving those taps with awareness. Other side. Maybe some nice deep sighs or breath. Nice. Let's take some taps onto our thymus, immune system gland. Bringing some activation here to boost our immune system. You can tap to the sides of your chest. Let's take out one arm and go down the inside. You could use an open palm or a fist, whatever feels best for you, all the way down your hand. And back up. Waking up all of the skin and the fascia. All of these parts of our body. Bringing fragmented parts back to wholeness. Over across your chest, and it can be nice to tap around sort of across your chest and underneath your ribs and breast area, just really reclaiming this part. It might be nicer to rub rather than tap, really what feels best for you. Getting circulation going here, stimulating healthy hormones. And then down your right or other arm. Shake out, and then we'll come to the quad or the inner groin and tap here. Lots of energy can get held here, and you can actually bend your knees, and you can alternate between using a fist and tapping on your inner groin, and as you bend your knees, slapping the inner thighs. This helps to release a lot of stored energy and help with healthy circulation and flow, which is what we want. Fluid and flow equals vibrant health and well-being, rather than frozen, stuck parts. Okay, so let's take that tapping. Let's go down the outside of the legs. You can tap a little on your glutes. It's a good point to get. All the way around your tops of your feet, your toes, and up the inside of your legs. You hit down, tap down the outside and sort of the backs of your legs and knees, calves. And up the inside, the fronts maybe one more time. Both palms and take a circular motion up the right side, across and down the left. Storing energies at this point in your lower abdomen. We want to have a storehouse or a reservoir of energy here at our center. Helps with the healthy flow of digestion, sending loving energy into all those digestive organs that do so much work and help us process and receive nutrients and process stress. Switch direction, circling in the opposite way. You can continue to make your circle smaller and smaller into your lower belly. Dropping your mind, sort of letting your awareness merge down into your lower belly. Imagine your brain here, thinking from here. Your viscera, your very intelligent and wise gut. Okay, pause and maybe sense a warmth or a light shining at the center of your pelvis. Warm golden light. And then we're going to shake it all out. So, shaking, according to Peter Levine, again, the somatic experiencing trauma nervous system specialist, found that animals, wild animals, will shake in nature after a stressful encounter. So they shake off that stress, and that helps them reset their nervous system. So we're just going to shake our bodies for a couple minutes. And this is one of the fastest ways to relieve stress. And you could do it with your feet planted like a tree, shaking off your leaves. Or you could sort of just get creative with it, like dance around, have fun, just as long as you're shaking your body. And you could even do this for like 30 minutes and really help your nervous system release stress. We'll make the heart sound with this. So the heart is the emperor of our emotions. And the sound in Qigong connected to the heart is Ha, H-A. So big inhale, exhale, Ha. Releasing anything held, stored, Ha. Releasing that down to the earth. Mama Earth has this amazing capacity just to hold it all. To hold us, to hold anything that we can't hold. Couple more moments of shaking around. Any sound that comes out is great. Shaking off the old, shaking off stagnant, old energy to open and create space for new energy, new creativity and flow. Yeah, always accepted by Mother Earth. Anything that we need to release, anything that we're going through, the Earth can hold it all with loving kindness and acceptance. Okay, get that out, a little shake down your spine and out your tail, like animals do. Maybe a sound. So you can pause and maybe hand on heart, hand on belly, just to really connect in and notice how you feel. Paying attention to new rivers of sensation streaming and vibrating through your body. And then as you're ready, release your hands down. We'll bring this into a swaying motion. Feet a little wider than hip distance, and your arms begin to sway. You can tap the front of your low belly and the back of your sacrum low back area. Lots of points there are great to tap to again help healthy flow of energy. Let your hands be really heavy and floppy with gravity. And just exploring at the range of motion that feels safe and comfortable for your body. So some of you might be spinning right around, following with your gaze, or it could be just a really small and gentle movement. minutes of this a day. Really helpful to move energy freely up and down your spine for a healthy nervous system. And you can actually tap onto your kidney and to your upper chest, your lung point, as another option. Start to slow that down. Try a few times without tapping your body, just arms swaying around your body. And then pause. Maybe resting hands on your low belly, feeling your feet firmly planted on the ground, the earth. Sternum or breastbone lifted, the crown of your head floating up towards the light in the sky above, and your feet, soles of your feet anchoring down towards the center of the earth. And then as you're ready, we'll bring our arms out to the sides in a T shape. Palms are facing up, and I call this one tossing the ball. So it's another twisting movement. As you exhale, both palms stay facing up. So one hand goes forward and one hand goes back. Inhale, exhale. So again, we're squeezing out, cleansing out any old toxins, stagnant energy, and we're drawing in fresh, clean, pure energy. So you could just imagine sort of wringing out the old, and your energy becoming more bright and white and clear within. Side to side. Pausing here. So I'll invite you to bring your feet a little bit wider, and you can reach your arms up, holding one wrist. Lengthen your body long, and then exhale, fold forwards, and we'll bring our body with bent knees, chin to chest, back up to standing. So hands slide up in front of your body. Exhale, folding forward. It's a whole body wave. Exhale forward. And let's bring a humming sound in. So inhale up, exhale. So humming not only boosts the immune system, it's also calming for your nervous system. Inhaling up, exhale, humming. Couple more. Last one. From here, bend your knees, placing your hands on your thighs. Let's take a spinal twist. So twisting over to whatever direction, twisting to the left. Take a nice full deep breath there. Inhale, center, exhale to the other side. sides. Make sure you receive a nice full deep breath before you change. Last time. Nice. And then from here, pointing your feet, toes forward, we'll take a forward fold. So if you have blocks, this would be a good time to get them, or a bolster, any prop. And from your forward fold, you could have your hands on a block or blocks. And I find it nice to reach hands out, either on the floor or the blocks, and lengthen your spine as your sit bones and hips draw back. The backs of your thighs widen. Outer edges of your feet ground into the earth, the floor. Back of your neck long. So you're reaching forward and back at the same time. Nice and broad through your collarbones, through your shoulder blades and ribs. We will turn to the right, so both feet turn to the right, and you can bring your props with you, coming into a one-leg forward fold here, keeping your knees, both knees nice and bent, resting your belly towards your thigh. And you may or may not want props. But see if you can allow your head and neck to completely relax. Stay bent to allow energy to flow freely. And you can even shift a little bit forward and back here, bending your front knee, bending your back knee as your front leg straightens a bit, just playing with it in any way that feels good. Maybe a sigh out with your exhale, an audible sound. My yoga teacher says that hangs, forward fold hangs, are the quickest ways to get over yourself. So if you're thinking too much in your head, try a forward fold hang. Let's take this over, whole operation over to the left, so toes point to the left. Knees stay bent. Thigh to belly, belly to thigh. Your left hip draws back. You could rock a little forward and back if that felt good on the other side. Come back through center. You can bend your knees and roll up, walking your hands up your legs for support if you'd like. Coming all the way up to standing. You'll toe your feet back in. From here we'll bring in some flowing movements. So feet are about hip width. Arms are going to flow forward and up as you bend your knees slightly and then press down through your side body. And so we're flowing like the movement of water. is really helping and supporting here. So rather than you lift your arms up, can you feel the space is floating your arms up? Sort of like your arms are like helium balloons and they're rising. Finding that effortless flow, effortless movement. Directions, arms come out to the sides and come down the front. When we move our body like water, we calm and soothe our nervous system. The space is initiating the movement. Relaxing your mind and unifying your mind, your body, and your energy. Relax and flow. We'll switch it up to one more flowing movement, the fountain, bringing the backs of your palms up through your midline and circling them out and around. Imagine a fountain of water, of pure light blue, crystal clean water is rising up from the earth through your midline and cleansing out your internal organs and body. And then one arm at a time. Take your right arm out, you can bend your knee and your hips will sway a little bit to the right. As you take your left arm out, sliding over to the left. Your gaze can follow your hand. Times. Great. So we'll finish our standing portion with a movement that helps to strengthen our protective shield, or the energy that surrounds our body and helps keep the unwanted out, flus, viruses, energy that we don't want in. So this is to strengthen our protective boundary shield. And so we're crossing our wrists out in front and then circling the arms down. And you can imagine gathering golden light from the earth, like the radiant sun. And that shimmering light is surrounding and bathing your body, creating sort of like a beautiful light bubble all around you. Filling this light bubble with loving kindness, compassion for yourself and others. And let that go. So from here, if you could find your way down onto the floor and bring with you the chair, if you'd like to try the 90-90 constructive rest pose, or an ottoman, or slide over to a couch, or if none of those are available, then bring yourself to the wall and you can be resting with your legs up the wall. Okay, so today I'm using this ottoman with the pillows on it, but feel free to go to the wall and rest with your legs at the wall. Either way, at the wall or your chair, you sit sideways to it with your shoulder to it, and then come down onto your elbows and swivel around to bring your legs up. And I'm using the pillows to create this 90-degree angle as much as possible, where my knees are over top of my hips and my calves are parallel to the ground. And with the pillows there, I actually get a little bit of a lift of my femur coming out of my hip socket, and that's really nice to relieve tension in the hips, pelvis, low back. So constructive rest or 90-90 pose is excellent to reduce gravity and to allow the contents of your abdomen, your internal organs, your psoas muscle, which is connected to a stress response. It allows all of that to release down and soften towards the earth, to relax and settle. You can rest your arms wherever they're comfortable, hands wherever they're comfortable. If you can do this a couple times, for a couple minutes, a day, up to 5-10 minutes. It's an excellent posture for rejuvenating your entire mind and body. Helping your endocrine system, stress response become more balanced and healthy. Your hormones to become more balanced and healthy. Allow the orbs of your eyes to rest back into a cool pool of fluid. So your eyes like peaceful lakes resting back towards the earth. Of your skull resting back towards the earth, the rich soil beneath you. All the muscles around your eyes and forehead smoothing and softening. And your tongue softening and relaxing. Shoulders and shoulder blades melting into the ground beneath you. All the way down your spine to your sacrum, parts of your pelvis, surrendering to the earth. Palms of your hands and fingers becoming softer and more relaxed. With each breath received in your belly, in your chest, your front body and your heart begins to soften and open a little bit more. Opening to the space, the invitation of expansion and space all around you. Heavy expanded through the entire volume of your legs, your thighs, your calves, all the way down to your feet, the soles of your feet, your toes relaxed. Your whole body resting back and open, allowing everything to be exactly as it is in this moment. Not trying to change or control anything. Just resting in the sweetness of this moment and this breath. And if you scan your body and notice any pleasurable sensations, allow your awareness to linger there a little bit longer, just cherishing any pleasurable sensations. To help rewire your brain towards a healthy body that feels good and relaxed. Please feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. And I'll finish here wishing you a wonderful day filled with peace and ease. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and for honoring your body and practicing today. Namaste.